Hello dear all, here we meet today in this new lesson in the series of English lessons on the أونروا satellite TV channel. أهلا وسهلا أعزائي الطلاب، ها نحن نلتقي اليوم في هذا الدرس الجديد من سلسلة دروس اللغة الإنجليزية على قناة الأونروا الفضائية. Welcome back. Dear students, today, God willing, we are going to talk about a very interesting lesson, which is a letter home. رسالة إلى الوطن. A letter home. Okay, the first thing, dear students, we are going to start our lesson with is the new vocabulary or the new words. Let's look at this sentence and the photo in order to recognize our first word. Here, this is a traditional Palestinian dress. Look at this dress. This is a traditional Palestinian dress. Our word here is the word traditional. 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 Traditional means تقليدي. Traditional. Let's move to the second word. لننتقل إلى الكلمة الثانية. Look at this sentence. Palestine produces excellent olive oil. Palestine produces excellent olive oil. The word here is the word excellent. 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 Excellent means ممتاز. Excellent. Okay, look at this picture here. Mountains, الجبال, mountains contain many big rocks. Mountains contain many big rocks. They are rocks. In the picture here, we have some rocks. Rocks means rocks, صخور. Repeat the word after me. Rocks. 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 صخور. Look here at the sentence. Workers should follow their leaders. Workers should follow their leaders. Look at the photo here. Look at the picture. Here is someone and some people are following him. Follow. The word follow. 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 It means يتبع أو يلحق به. Follow. Okay. Fishermen dive down deep the sea to watch fish. Fishermen. This in the picture is a fisherman. Dive. Dive. He is diving. Dive. Dive means يغطس أو يهبط. Dive. Okay. Look here at this camera. I used my camera to film my brother's party. I used my camera to film my brother's party. Camera means camera. Okay. Every week, I send a letter to my pen friend. Every week, I send a letter to my pen friend. Send. The word here, send. Send. It means يرسل. Send. Send. Send يرسل. What's the opposite of the word send? Let's see it here. I receive answers to the letters I send. I receive answers to the letters I send. Receive, here's the word receive. Receive يستقبل. Receive يستقبل. So send يرسل, receive يستقبل. Okay, dear students, after we have listened to the words individually, let's handle these words as one group. أعزائي الطلاب، بعدما تناولنا هذه المفردات بشكل فردي منفصل، لنتناول هذه المفردات بشكل جماعي كمجموعة واحدة. The first word is the word traditional. Traditional, تقليدي. Here, excellent, excellent, ممتاز. Rocks, rocks, صخور. Follow, يتبع أو يلحق. Dive, dive, يغطس أو يهبط. Camera, كاميرا. Send, يرسل. And receive, يستقبل. And dear students, we said that Send is the opposite of receive. Send هي عكس كلمة receive، يرسل وعكسها يستقبل. Now, dear students, after we have learned these words, let's handle some of them in this exercise. أعزائي الطلاب، بعدما تناولنا هذه المفردات لنتناول بعض منها في هذا التمرين. Use the words below to complete the spaces. Use the words below to complete the spaces. استخدم الكلمات التالية لتكمل الفراغات. Let's look at the words first. لننظر إلى الكلمات أولاً. rock rock صخرة. follow يتبع أو يلحق. dive يغطس أو يغوص أو يهبط. camera كاميرا. Look at number 1. Is a very hard part of a mountain. A very hard part of a mountain. What is a very hard part of a mountain? Thank you very much. A rock is a very hard part of a mountain. الصخرة هي جزء صلب من الجبل. Look at number 2. لننظر إلى الجملة الثانية. To go down very fast in air or water means to go down very fast in air or water means to. Excellent. It means to dive. Let's read it again. To go down very fast in air or water means to dive. Let's move to number 3. لننتقل إلى الجملة الثالثة. To means to go one after the other. To go one after the other. It means to follow. So, to follow means to go one after the other. Let's move to the last one, which is number 4. We use a to take photos. We use a to take photos. What do we use to take a photo? Of course, we use a camera to take photos. نستخدم الكاميرا في التقاط الصور. Thank you, dear students, for answering this exercise. Now let's have this short break, and after the break we are going to continue our activities. Be with us and don't go away. Welcome back. Now, dear students, after we have learned the words or the new vocabulary for the lesson, now let's move to take our lesson. Here, a letter home. رسالة إلى الوطن. Before we start our lesson, here we have 2 questions. قبل ما نستهل درسنا، هنا لدينا سؤالا. The first question, have you ever sent a letter? Have you ever sent a letter? هل سبق وأن أرسلت رسالة؟ Have you received one? هل سبق وأن استقبلت رسالة من أحد؟ For example, if you ask me this question, yesterday I sent my friend a letter, and a week ago I received a letter from my friend. Now, let's look at this question. Do we start letters with? هل نبدأ الرسالة ب with all my love, or dear, or I'm fine? When you want to send a letter and to start a letter, do you start your letter with all my love? تكتب في بداية الرسالة with all my love, or dear عزيزي, or I'm fine? Of course, we write dear. Let's look at this letter. لننظر إلى هذه الرسالة. 20 Alice Street, Gaza, Palestine, December the 5th. هنا في البداية لدينا اسم الشارع، المدينة، الدولة، والتاريخ الذي كتبت فيه الرسالة. Here we start the letter, Dear Mom and Dad. عزيزي أبي وأمي. Let's read this letter. Dear Mom and Dad, I'm having a wonderful time here with Uncle Hassan. I'm enjoying the traditional food that Aunt Alia makes. She's an excellent cook. Let's read it again. Dear Mom and Dad, I'm having a wonderful time here with Uncle Hassan. I'm enjoying the traditional food that Aunt Alia makes. She's an excellent cook. Let's complete reading this letter. لنكمل قراءة هذه الرسالة. While traveling with Uncle Hassan, I saw some amazing wildlife. On the way home from the Dead Sea, I saw 5 fantastic ibex on the rocks, about 12 deer, and the huge vulture. It flies 3,000 meters high to find food and dives down at a speed of 160 kilometers per hour when it sees a dead animal. Soon, I'll send you the photos I took with my new camera. Let's read this part again. لنقرأ هذا الجزء من الرسالة مرة أخرى. While traveling with Uncle Hassan, I saw some amazing wildlife. On the way home from the Dead Sea, I saw 5 fantastic ibex on the rocks, about 12 deer, and the huge vulture. It flies 3,000 meters high to find food and dives down at a speed of 160 kilometers per hour when it sees a dead animal. Soon, I'll send you the photos I took with my new camera. Yours, Majid. Now, dear all, after we have read this letter, let's have some exercises over it. The first exercise we have here, tick true or false. Number 1, Majid sent the letter to his parents. Majid sent the letter to his parents. Let's look at the text to find the answer out. Here, when Majid wrote the letter, he started it with Dear Mom and Dad. So, Mom and Dad means parents. So, Majid sent the letter to his parents, and this sentence is true. Number 2. لننظر إلى الجملة الثانية. Majid doesn't like traditional Palestinian food. Majid doesn't like traditional Palestinian food. Let's look at the text here. لننظر إلى النص. Majid wrote in his letter, I'm enjoying the traditional food that Aunt Alia makes. I'm enjoying the traditional food. So the sentence, Majid doesn't like traditional Palestinian food, is completely false. هي جملة خاطئة because he's enjoying the traditional Palestinian food. Now, sentence number 3, الجملة الثالثة. Majid was traveling with Uncle Hassan. Majid was traveling with Uncle Hassan. Look at the text. While traveling with Uncle Hassan, I saw some amazing wildlife. While traveling with Uncle Hassan, I saw some amazing wildlife. So, the sentence, Majid was traveling with Uncle Hassan, is completely true. Let's move to number 4. لننتقل إلى الجملة الرابعة. Uncle Hassan took the photos with the new camera. Uncle Hassan took the photos with the new camera. Look at the text here. Majid wrote in his letter, كتب ماجد في رسالته, Soon I'll send you the photos I took with my new camera. So, it was Majid who took the photos, not Uncle Hassan. So the sentence, Uncle Hassan took the photos with the new camera, is false because Majid was the one who took the photos, not Uncle Hassan. Thank you, dear students, for answering this exercise. Now let's move to another exercise which is complete. لننتقل إلى تمرين آخر. أكمل. Number 1, Aunt Alia, العمة عليا, is an cook. Look at the text here. She is an excellent cook. هي طباخة ممتازة. So here, Aunt Alia is an excellent cook. Let's see sentence number 2. لننظر إلى الجملة الثانية. The vulture eats animals. Look at the text here. لننظر إلى النص هنا. And the huge vulture. It flies 3,000 meters high to find food and dives down at a speed of 160 kilometers per hour when it sees a dead animal. when it sees a dead animal. So here, the vulture eats, يأكل النسر الحيوانات الميتة, dead animal. Okay, number 3. ماجد saw the ibex on the, رأى ماجد وعل الجبل على, look at the text. On the way home from the Dead Sea, I saw 5 fantastic ibex on the rocks, على الصخور. So here, ماجد saw the ibex on the rocks. رأى وعل الجبل على الصخور. Number 4. The vulture flies 4 meters high and dives at kilometers per hour. Again, the vulture flies 4 meters high and dives at kilometers per hour. Look at the text here. لننظر إلى هذا النص. The huge vulture, which flies 3,000 meters high to find food and dives down at a speed of 160 kilometers per hour. So here, the huge vulture flies for 3,000 meters high and dives at 160 kilometers per hour. يطير النسر إلى ارتفاع 3000 مترا، وعندما يرى حيوانا ميتا يهبط بسرعة 160 مترا في الساعة. Okay, let's look at sentence number 5. لننظر إلى الجملة الخامسة. ماجد took the photos with his new, look here, soon I will send you the photos I took with my new camera. So ماجد took the photos with his new camera. التقط الصور بكاميرته الجديدة. Okay, dear students, now look at this shape. لننظر إلى هذا الشكل. This is the general frame of a letter. هذا هو الشكل العام للرسالة. When you want to write a letter, you should follow this shape. عندما تريد أن تكتب رسالة يجب أن تتبع هذا الشكل. So what do we write here in these spaces? ماذا نكتب هنا في هذه الفراغات؟ Okay, there, at first we write the name of the street, 20 Ali Street. Then the name of the city, اسم المدينة, Gaza. Then the name of the country, اسم الدولة. Then the date you write the letter, التاريخ الذي تكتب به الرسالة. Let's read these. لنقرأ هذه البيانات. 20 Ali Street، بدأنا في اسم الشارع، ثم غازا المدينة، Palestine الدولة، December the 5th التاريخ الذي كتبت فيه الرسالة. As you see, dear students, we start from the very specific to the very general. نبدأ من المخصص إلى العام. After that, when we want to start the letter, we start it with dear. Dear mom and dad, dear my friend, dear Ahmed, dear Ali, dear my brother, etc. After we write the letter, we end the letter up with ننهي الرسالة, yours Majid, or with all my love, or by, or the end you'd like to use. Okay, dear students, so when you want to write a letter, just follow this shape. عندما تريد أن تكتب رسالة يجب أن تتبع هذا الشكل. Now, dear students, thank you very much for watching us here. Now let's have this short break, and after the break we are going to continue our activities for the lesson. أعزائي الطلاب، فاصل قصير ونعود إن شاء الله بعد الفاصل. Welcome back. Now, dear students, let's have this exercise to continue our activities over this lesson. Here, answer the following. أجب عما يلي. Number 1. When did Majid send the letter? When did Majid send the letter? متى أرسل ماجد الرسالة? Look here, December the 5th. So the answer, he sent it on December the 5th. أرسل الرسالة في 5 ديسمبر. Question number 2. Who did Majid send the letter to? Who did Majid send the letter to? لمن أرسل ماجد الرسالة؟ Here at the beginning of Majid's letter, في بداية رسالة ماجد, he wrote, Dear Mom and Dad. So, he sent it to his parents. أرسل ماجد الرسالة لوالداه. Number 3. Was Majid having a good time in his travel? Was Majid having a good time in his travel? Look here. Majid in his letter wrote, I'm having a wonderful time here with Uncle Hassan. So, he was having a wonderful time. So, yes, he was having a wonderful time. Question number 4. ننتقل للسؤال الرابع. What birds and animals did Majid see? What birds and animals did Majid see? ما هي الطيور والحيوانات التي رآها ماجد في رحلته؟ Let's have these photos in order to see the birds and animals that Majid saw in his travel. Here we have the deer, الغزال, the vulture, النسر, and the ibex, ووعل الجبل. Let's have this question again. لنتناول هذا السؤال مرة أخرى. What birds and animals did Majid see? ما الطيور والحيوانات التي رآها ماجد؟ لننظر إلى النص. ماجد wrote, كتب ماجد في رسالته, I saw 5 fantastic ibex. 5 fantastic ibex. 5 من وعول الجبل. On the rocks, على الصخور. About 12 deer. حوالي 12 غزالا. And a huge vulture. ونسر ضخم. So, the answer, the ibex, he saw the ibex, الوعل, the deer, الغزال, and the vulture, والنسر. Okay, let's have question number 5. لنتناول السؤال الخامس. Where and when did Majid see the ibex? Where and when did Majid see the ibex? أين ومتى رأى ماجد وعل الجبل؟ لننظر إلى هذا النص. On the way home from the Dead Sea, في طريق العودة من البحر الميت, I saw 5 fantastic ibex on the rocks. رأيت 5 من وعول الجبل على الصخور. So the answer is on the rocks and on the way home from the Dead Sea. Now, dear students, after we have answered these 5 questions correctly, let's have this new exercise. Get from the text. استخرج من النص. Here, the opposite of small. عكس كلمة small, صغير. So, the opposite of small is huge, ضخم. He saw the huge vulture. Alright. The opposite of alive. Alive means على قيد الحياة. Alive على قيد الحياة. What's the opposite of this word? عكس كلمة alive. Dead. قلنا the huge vulture eats dead animals. The opposite of the word receive. عكس كلمة يستقبل, receive. قلنا receive يستقبل. The opposite of receive is send, يرسل. Old. The opposite of old is new, جديد. We said that Majid took the photos with his new camera. Dear students, thank you very much for attending this lesson. But before I close the lesson up, here we have a final activity for you, which is your homework. النشاط الأخير لكم وهو الواجب البيتي. Here, question number 1. Write 3 names of animals that live in your country. Write 3 names of animals that live in your country. Question number 2. Check the map and locate the Dead Sea. Check the map and locate the Dead Sea. Dear students, you can ask your teacher for help to answer these 2 questions. This is the end of our lesson for the day. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and I hope the lesson was beneficial for you. Thank you very much for watching us and see you inshallah next time and goodbye.